What's up, Good It's Gang? It's another cold morning in New York City as I walk through my favorite neighborhood. We're in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. I just got done interviewing one of my favorite artists, Black. We talk about everything from his latest visual bug to his latest single with Corpse, Nicotine, which you should definitely check out. We talk about his side project, tours, both domestic and international, his approach to music making, Spider Gang, everything and much, much more. So sit back, relax, and enjoy volume 10, episode 2. Damn, I can't believe we're that far along on this journey with one of my good friends, Black, who's an underground legend in his own right. So enjoy. Salute.
255 and I forgot to fucking jump. Said I don't give a fuck, I promise you I'm getting.
What's up, Good It's Gang? You know what we're about. We're bleeding the block for the best underground rap here in New York City and beyond. This is a historic moment. It's the first interview in the new spot. We are in Greenpoint, Brooklyn, and yep, we got a special treat for you today. We got Black in the fucking flesh, man.
I'm here.
This has been long overdue, and actually we've been hanging out for a little bit before I pressed record, and I forgot to tell Black this. This was the artist you're looking at right now is the first artist I individually booked to headline one of my shows.
Really?
Which was Spring Cleaning.
No
last year.
way,
Yeah.
dude.
It's
I didn't actually know that.
Yeah. So this is a historic moment. You know how we start these interviews off? Let's start it simple, man. How you doing, man? How's life? How was last night?
I drank 12 beers alone in my room with my cat, and I'm really fucking hungover. I'm so hungover.
I feel like for people who love your music, who've been following you for a while, what you just said isn't surprising.
As you started saying that, I was like, I know exactly what you're gonna say. You're right. That's not surprising at all.
Hell yes. Dude, you've been releasing new music. You've been hinting at new music. You know, we see the Instagram lives. We see you previewing new material. I guess let's start out with music. When could we expect new releases? When could we expect the new album? And yeah, let's start from there.
I'm trying to put as much out as possible right now. Because I did this thing where after I put out my last album, I was gonna do just one single a month for the rest of this year and not think about albums. But then I don't know, with the advice of Jay.
And for those who don't know, Jay, manages Black. He manages a number of artists, including Darky, and he's a homie in general.
Yeah, so he was a big factor in just saying like, put more stuff out. Like it's not enough. Like do more, do it faster. And I was like, okay, fuck it. So singles, I have one coming out on like the 3rd or 4th, I think. So in a couple of days. I mean, that'll probably, by the time this comes out, that'll be out. But, more frequently. And
You released most recently, at least on Spotify, which my bougie ass uses, Nicotine with Corpse. Which was pure, for somebody like me who just loves straight up rap.
Yeah.
That isn't even like more trap metal scream oriented. Nicotine hit the spot for me. That was like an immediate like song because it was like, yeah, it's like your classic like rougher sound when you're rapping, but it's like straight rap from both of you, and I'm like, fuck yes.
Yeah, that one was. I was actually surprised because I've heard a couple people say they really liked that song, and I didn't really think that was going to be the response because I showed it to a few friends before it had like Corpse on it. And it's like demo stages, and they were like, I don't know, it's like kind of weird, and they didn't really like it, or their reaction was just kind of like toned down, and I was like, okay, well that sucks because I love it, but then I put it out, it's been doing really well. It
has been.
So I love, and the fact that I have Corpse on it, I miss him to death, so I'm really glad that I got to get some vocals.
That was special because I feel like for a lot of people who follow that all of y'all's music, people love Corpse and wish him the best, and it was good to see his name on a track for sure. I think that was important.
I'm proud of that for sure.
What inspired the NYPD cover art for that? Was that Corpse? I feel like Corpse wanted it. It was you.
That's a picture that that Jay took. I don't know if he wants me to say. I'm sure, I'm sure he doesn't give a fuck. Yeah, so that's a picture that Jay took. don't like them. And I make that very clear.
Yeah. I feel like that's a common sentiment. Yeah.
Those fuckers brought me to court, and that's a whole. I could talk about that forever, but everything I say, everybody would already know. So
yeah, I feel you. And Jay is kind of like a photographer, low key,
dude.
Like his Instagram is not like Darky or your shows and tours or whoever, like the multiple artists he manages. It like a lot of it's just like photos he finds are cool.
If you guys could see like the collection of like film photos he has that he's taken and developed, oh my fucking god, dude, he's so good at photography. Yeah, it's awesome. So he's a big source of cover art, and I had no idea what to do for that one, and he sent me that, and I was like, fuck it,
hell yes. So you mentioned putting out more content, dropping a song a month, which, you know, if you look at your SoundCloud, you've definitely been dropping material on there. When could we kind of expect a full length release? Because I know, like, in the past we've talked about like working on a new sound or like the direction you're taking. Is that going to be in the next album? Like, how are you feeling musically?
So as far as Black goes, like current project, I kind of haven't even really been thinking about an album because I've just been, you know, like having fun doing what I'm doing with the singles, and I do want to probably put one out next year at some point. I don't mean that's soon now, but like sometime next year there will probably be an album. I don't know what it's going to sound like because right now I'm just like trying a bunch of different shit and having fun with it. But other projects probably sooner than that. I mean, still next year, but probably earlier. So yeah, I wish I could have a clearer answer on the album timeline, but
yeah,
there'll always be music, you know.
I get it. And when did you kind of like really start taking this music stuff seriously? Because I feel like you had those albums in 2020, which it's crazy to say is almost 4 years ago now.
Yeah.
Was that sort of the year where you were like, okay, I could see a future doing this, and like when you really started to like focus on putting out music on more of a consistent basis?
To be honest, there's really never been a plan B. So it's weird to think about it as taking it like seriously, because that kind of like implies that like there's other shit that I was focusing on too. Right. This has kind of always been it. I really don't do anything else. So since I started making music like in this way probably around like 2015 or something. So I've always taken it.
2015. Damn.
Yeah,
so you started young.
Yeah, I was in bands in like 2013.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I guess when I started realizing that I wasn't gonna die broke doing it was like in Chicago, which was I think 2020.
Right.
So yeah, probably then you said 4 or 5. Yeah. So probably around 4 years ago was when I realized like, oh, I might like live. But taking it seriously always, you know, since I realized I could do it. And
you mentioned Chicago. Is that where you're from? Or I mean, I know the answer to that, but like for the homies out there. Yeah. So I've moved around a lot. That's one of the places that I spent the most time in as a kid. And I moved back there before I came here. And it's definitely what I consider home. It's like my favorite city on earth, and that's my kind of end goal in life is to be there. So yeah, not from there necessarily, but I don't think I'm fucking from anywhere at this point. There's been too many places, you know? Yeah. How do you think, what are your thoughts living in New York City? Because I remember like the first time, because it's spring cleaning, which was like one of your first like headline shows, which was last year. I remember you had just moved in. Yeah, wait, that was the one that was like 3 days after I got there, right? You had just moved in. I had a different one in my brain when you brought that up earlier. Okay, now I remember that. Yeah. That was a funny show.
That was a
fun
fucking
show.
hilarious
That was
show.
a hilarious show.
Dude, what was the DJ's name? Like Scorpion, because
it was Scorpion Face.
Yeah, okay. So
Scorpion Face.
Shouts out to Scorpion Face, first of all.
He's in Austin.
But the
now.
funniest part of that whole night was I get there and he's like, and I can't remember, this was so long ago, everything, but he's like asking me questions about my set, and he's like, yeah, dude, like I'm on so much fucking acid right now. And I was like, what? Like, we're about to run the show. I don't know if he would have a problem with me saying that, but I hope not. But because
I don't think he's ever gonna care.
Because that's
knowing him.
fucking hilarious. I don't talk to him ever, but Scorpion Face, I want you to know I think about that often. So, but anyway, we got off track. I don't know.
No, like I was gonna ask, like, what are your thoughts on living in New York, like for a year? Like we were talking about it off record just now, and like what your plans are going to be, and like, you know, you're from Chicago, like what are your thoughts on New York? What are your thoughts on the music scene here? Is there something distinctly New York about the music scene, or is it just like how it is in LA or Chicago?
So as far as my thoughts on like actually living here aside from music, I feel like I have to be careful with answering it, because one time I was pretty brutally honest in a bar and I made one person very upset, and I didn't realize it was that deep. But they were like, so I told them like, yeah, man, I really hate it here. Like, it's not my favorite place to be. I don't like, there's too many people, like whatever I said.
Yeah.
And then she was like, it's like people like you who make it shit. Like, you need to leave. And I was like,
which is really funny because you're not the type of guy to like be going around and like
yeah,
going
know.
out.
And when I came here at first, I tried to, because I was like, I'm in New York, like, isn't that what you're supposed to do? So I like pushed myself kind of out of my shell a little bit to like go do things, and it was fun, but it's just fucking draining.
Yeah.
I will say that the one thing about New York that I do like, where I live, everything that I could ever possibly need to live or just anything is like on the block. I don't have to go fucking anywhere if I don't want to. So I love that about here, and you know, I've gotten more used to like the fucking, you know, like public transportation and like taking that and using that. So it's been getting better, actually. Yeah. So it's funny that I plan on leaving soon because it has been getting better. But yeah, I would definitely rate this like above Virginia living here. But
did you live in Virginia?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah.
I'm gonna look into the camera when I say this. If you're thinking about going to Virginia, stop thinking, because it's the wrong move. Stay away. But and then the music scene, I'll be honest, I don't really I don't tap into like a lot of local stuff, because like I said, I don't like go anywhere, and when I'm online most of the time it's like with my friends, just like playing games, or I'm just making my own shit. I'm kind of like, I don't know, I listen to what I listen to, but the shows that I have been to, there's been some really cool people. There's been also some really not cool music, but you know, it's like, I think the thing about New York is it's so like fucking like mixed up. So
yes, it's big.
So honestly, it's kind of a good thing, because if there's something you like, New York probably has it. I guess thumbs up in that regard.
Do you think you were kind of speaking on this a little bit? Do you think in the past 3 years, people's music tastes who are into underground rap or underground art or underground music, whatever you want to define or call it, do you think that the sound has changed?
Yeah, well, I think it always does, because I feel like especially underground shit, like, okay, so the trend for underground shit changes every like week. Yes. And then not only that, but there are so many like subdivisions of it that the trend is different everywhere. So like,
but do you, when you mention the subdivision thing, that's an interesting point. Do you think it's always been like that, or do you think,
as far as the past like 7 years ish? That's like a really rough estimate, but somewhere in that range, yes, I think it has been like that. Before that, probably not, because it, you know, like it wasn't as expansive, and I think music was also like, I mean, there's always been a huge underground scene, but now these days it's like, it's like the underground scene now these days is like equally as likely to bring somebody up to be like the next like household name as the, you know, like major label mainstream.
That's
route.
interesting. Yeah.
So, but yeah, I do think it's kind of changed, but like I said, it's hard to like say because you'd have to talk about like 60 different groups. I think the only way it's changed is there's more.
I like how you use the word expansive because I think that it puts things into perspective. Where I was actually talking to an artist we both know and are friends with last night about this. I feel like music is more democratic and anyone could like have a bedroom studio set up and sort of like make music, and there's good and bad things about it.
Yeah.
But it underlines your point, which is that it's just more.
Yeah,
Just more.
the good thing about it is that anybody who's good at music has the ability to do it, and the bad thing about it is that anybody that's bad at music also has the ability to do
That's
it.
literally what we talked about yesterday. I was like, there's a lot of good music out there. There's also a lot of bad music.
Yep, yeah, that's just the way it is, you know. And not even to discount the shit that I think is bad, because I'm sure there are people out there that like that's their favorite shit ever, and maybe a decade ago you wouldn't even be able to find it and like have that attachment to whatever you love so much. So
yeah, no, that's a good way to put it. Do you think like TikTok or stuff like that has kind of changed underground music?
Yeah.
Do you see yourself like embracing that platform more?
No.
Okay.
And my manager is gonna see this and fucking hate me for saying no. I'm still gonna do it.
I hate TikTok, but I just support like my friends who are artists like you embracing it because it's better for you.
The thing is, I really wish I said no as like a hair trigger reaction. I really wish I could confidently say I'm never gonna do it, but at this point, it's like if you want to like promote yourself and you're not doing it on TikTok, what the fuck are you doing? You have to, and it sucks because I don't fucking
everyone
understand.
Has one.
I don't know.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
everyone
I have one.
Exactly. Like
one.
everyone has one, so it's like you might. And I hate TikTok for a variety. It's bad for our society for a variety of reasons. But like,
for my fucking money, it's good.
For getting your music out there.
Yeah, it's. I don't know how to fucking use it. I don't understand what works and what doesn't work. I've never done it before.
Yeah.
It's a whole new thing, and I don't know. Yeah. My thoughts on TikTok are very mixed. It's a really powerful tool that I wish I didn't have to use.
Yes.
Basically, you know.
Of course, it's like another thing to have to worry about. In an age where artists are getting like the bad end of the deal, underground artists in particular, because you could have tens of thousands of streams, which you do have. Yeah. But you get paid pennies.
Yeah, nothing.
For those.
Dude, the news I've been seeing about Spotify, I'm actually glad you said that because I was thinking about this, but didn't. It was like kind of too tangent-y. But now that we're on it, I saw news recently, and I don't know how I haven't like verified this through every source in the world, but labels and like are thinking about kind of adding like kind of a general rule that you can't re-record and then re-release the same app, because after what Taylor did,
the Taylor Swift thing,
being the smartest move I've ever seen in my life, because she's fucking drowning in money now, and it's something that everybody wanted and loves. So what? And now they see that and they're like, oh, something that's working for an artist, and you know, God knows fucking she doesn't need any more success, but whatever. Something that's working for an artist and that their fans love, let's fucking burn it to the ground.
It's ridiculous.
It's insane. We get so fucked. It's insane. But that's also kind of, as much as it sucks, that's also kind of why if you meet somebody that's doing music and they've been doing it for a long time, that's an easy jumping point for just respect off the bat, because like it's not like we're out here like living that well, but we're doing it because it's what we fucking love to do. It's what we'll always do, and it's just like what is in our blood, and that's awesome. So yeah. Kind of going off the music element, what's kind of your approach to recording music? Are you somebody who goes into the studio, or are you somebody who has a bedroom setup? Like how
Like, how do you approach music? Do you write on a pad before, or are you a punch-in guy?
So when I started, it was just like a mic in my bedroom and like a laptop.
Yeah.
And that was it. Now I have a studio built downstairs. So I kind of go to the studio, but it's really just my basement.
Oh, yeah.
I do not write on a pad. Within the past year, I kind of stopped writing. I just don't anymore. I kind of just all like, because it's a weird in between with punching in. It's like I am punching in, but I'm not, because I'll do like kind of 4 or 5 lines, and then do the next one, and then I also do the same line 20 times every line. Not like 20 exactly, but 10, 20, whatever. So that's why one song for me takes like 5 hours most of the time, because I say everything that I say, like every like sentence you hear me say. When I was recording that song, I said it like 100 times to like get the one that sounds the best.
Yeah.
Or sometimes I'll like comp them, like I'll cut half of a sentence like in the middle of a consonant and like crossfade it into the next one.
Do you engineer all of this?
Yeah.
When you're saying, okay.
Yeah, I mix everything, engineer everything.
You mix everything. Do you do your beats generally too? Or is it a mix of...
It's a mix now. Honestly, now it's more in the favor of using other people's. When I started, obviously because I didn't know anybody, but also because I started just as a producer. I didn't think I was gonna like rap ever.
Was Black your producer tag?
Yeah, I had 2 producer pages, but Black was the one that was the main one.
Yeah.
And so then everything, I just started rapping one day. So everything was self-prod from there.
That's interesting. I didn't know you started out as like a producer.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I kind of lost my sauce though now, because I've been using other people's beats.
Dude, that's because you kind of become bigger. So like motherfuckers be hitting you up to collaborate, and you're like, okay, this beat's fire. Like I don't have to like.
The funny thing is
anymore.
The funny thing is like, I get so many, like I get a lot of beats in my email, and a lot of them are cool. A lot of them aren't what I'm looking for. But like once you meet somebody like Scottsker,
right?
Why would I ever do anything that wasn't?
Yeah, shout out Scottsker.
Like
he's great.
He's honestly kind of like fucked up my music, because I can't get on a beat that's not a fucking Scottsker beat at this point. Shouts out to fucking Phony Wallace too.
Yeah, because he's shout out Phony, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Like those names are like the names that when I first was getting into like more contemporary underground rap music, are like it was like Phony and Scott. Like this was like.
No, these guys are fucking legends.
Yeah,
they're just so fucking good at what they do. Yeah, and a lot of times, Phony will send me like great fucking beats, but they're like, I can't see myself on them. And then recently, like Nicotine was in a beat pack that he sent me that I was just like, okay, so all of a sudden you sent me 5 beats that are perfect and sound exactly like something that I want to get on.
Yeah.
And also like I have this song with Hostage called Feeding. It's on Hostage's page. It's like one of my favorite songs I've ever made. Definitely probably my favorite song I've ever made with another person. And that was a Phony beat too, and he's just like,
what's the name of that? Wait, what's the name of that song?
Feeding.
Got it. Don't gatekeep your own music, bro.
I said the name. I said the name. But yeah.
I feel that. And so less of a studio guy, more of a bedroom guy. Have you invited other artists into your like basement studio setup?
Yeah, so mostly just my friends.
Yeah.
When I was in Chicago, I also had a studio in my house. And when I was there, I kind of just like met a couple people and they wanted to record there, so I did it for free. And then they ended up bringing all their friends there, and I did that for free. And like, mind you, I'm like mixing all this shit too, and like, and then it like snowballed to a point where like 10 people would come over at a time and be like, we're all rapping.
Just like chilling, hanging out.
Chilling?
Yeah.
No. Getting super fucking drunk.
Oh, that's what I meant.
Oh, yeah. Breaking shit in my house. Jay had to stop somebody from like stealing one time. And I was like, I'm doing all of this for no money, just because I'm bored. So at a certain point, there was one night that was just so bad that Jay was like, okay, we have a blacklist now. All of these people can't come anymore, and it's just that.
My bad.
Cal has gotten up and turned a light on.
Wait, let me...
Oh, now he's walking over there. Oh, there's another light on.
I'll edit all this out. Okay.
No, keep it in. It's good it's good content. I narrated it too. I want that in.
Okay, so you were talking about like this crazy underground rap frat party session in the studio. Is that where 80 Proof was recorded?
Half of it.
Okay.
And none of 80 Proof was recorded with anybody else around. The separate incidents, but yeah, 80 Proof started in Chicago, and that's where like the ball kind of got rolling like really fucking fast actually. And then we moved over here, and the last half of it got done over here.
Is that your favorite album?
Yeah. Oh, it's not even a question.
Honestly, it's a gem of an album.
Honestly, I like 80 Proof so much that like it makes me like not want to listen to my other albums. You still should. You should listen to all of them so I can have money. But yeah, 80 Proof is. It honestly is like a scary album because what am I gonna do after that? Mm-hmm. What the fuck? Like I don't know where to go.
I don't know. Like I feel like. Do you feel like your sound has changed since 2020?
Since 2020?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Holy shit, dude! I'm not even like the same person as I was in 2020. How could my sound like? That's sort of the thing too. It's like, you know, as you change, and I mean this is like a really cookie cutter basic fact, but it's like true. Like,
yeah.
As you change, your sound changes, and that's what's happening. And it's honestly weird because sometimes I like record something and I'm like, this is like not me, but it is. I'm just not used to it yet, you know? And then it's like, I have this, if you could listen to all like my whole hard drive of unreleased shit, you would have no fucking idea what you're listening to because it's like this genre, this genre, this genre. I'm just like, I'm in a transitional place right now because I don't know what the fuck is going on, but.
Well, do you like, when you say transition, do you mean like in terms of your sound?
Yeah.
And like how you want to approach music?
Yes. Yeah.
And some of that's like a testament to you just changing as a person, which is natural.
Yeah, for sure. The last couple years, I think like if you had told like me when I was like 16, 17, how many things can like change and happen in the course of like a year, he would think you're fucking lying because it's just weird, man.
Like life events.
Yeah. Just like life, it just starts moving so fucking fast.
I feel like the past like 3 or 4 years has been weird for everybody. Mm-hmm. Like, it's a weird time.
Obviously, fucking obligatory, fucking like COVID reference, like that was
COVID
a thing. But
plus politics, plus like also the rapid technologization.
But I'm also
and music.
I'm also growing up.
I'm gonna turn off the light again because I like how it looks.
Okay.
Keep going.
He's getting up. He's turning the light off. Also, as I'm growing up, I'm paying more attention to like kind of world events, just as I see them presented to me, and it like makes me kind of think that like the world's ending so much faster, like everything's going to shit so much faster, which is not true. It's always fucking been like this.
True.
Like obviously there are new things that are getting worse, like fucking shouts out to global warming, we're all gonna fucking die, but like you know what I mean, like people 20 years ago, also 40 years ago, like also probably saw the news and was like, it's never been this bad before.
I agree.
So it's just as you get older and like look at shit more and start to actually realize that things like have an effect on your life, as minimal as it may be, whatever that butterfly effect like leads to, or it could just be direct that you didn't realize before. It just gets like scary, and you kind of have to just like, I mean, like I go to sleep sometimes and I'm just like, how the fuck I'm supposed to fall asleep right now, get up tomorrow, fucking like clean my room, do the fucking dishes, like record a song, like in the midst of like hell, breaking out on the fucking planet that I'm on. Like, and it's stupid because, yeah, so what? Grow up. Everybody has to. It's just how that shit works. But it is weird, like, noticing it more, you know?
Yeah, no, it's an interesting point, and I look at it, I agree with you, and I think it's like an optimistic, weirdly, way to look at life, where it's like, you know, the media and everything is just reporting the news, and the news constantly seems shitty, but like, dude, the world was like a really bad place 100 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. It was like, you want to say it was worse 100 years ago because
for so many different reasons.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, because it was worse, but it's also worse now. It's just worse all the time. It's just, you could go back, it'll get worse. You could go forward, it'll get worse. It's just fucked. It's really, the more we're having this conversation.
Dude, that's why I said I choose to look at it optimistically, because you're right. There is a way to look at it in a pessimistic way.
I just connected those dots right now.
Yeah.
It's, oh my God. Okay.
This is real, dude. This is a Good Hits dojo. We philosophize in this.
This is a real time. This is actually a therapy session. It's not an interview.
This is real. This is so real. Okay, we covered your favorite album. Let's get to your favorite song, dude. If I
wait, we did my favorite album?
You said 80 Proof.
Oh, I thought you meant of mine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is your favorite song of yours.
Oh, okay. I was like, 80 Proof is not my favorite album. Okay, cool. My favorite song of mine?
That would be funny. If I was like, hey, what's your favorite album? The album that inspires you the most. I just asked another generic interview question. You're like, my album.
I just live and die by my own album. My favorite song by me? Fuck, dude. You kind of stumped me on this one.
That's always a tough one.
Am I allowed to pull my phone out to look at my discography really quick?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I don't know if that fucks.
I know. I could tell you, like, Die on Purpose is fire.
Yeah, I do like.
CRV is fire.
Fuck, stop speaking, because now you're bringing all these up, and now it's like, I like them all for such different reasons. Maybe, I think as of recent, the most well done song I've put out is probably I Can Catch a Bullet.
Yeah.
That one just sounds like finished, polished, complete, like you know what I mean?
It's a fire one.
I'm proud of that. But my personal favorite, yo, dude, I might have to get back to you.
No, don't worry.
I don't know if I can even answer that.
What's been like your top collaboration in terms of like you working with other artists? Biv. Okay, I knew you were gonna say Biv. Okay.
Everybody watching this.
That was like, I knew you were gonna say it. But
you should still put this in, because everybody watching this right now just heard you ask that question and just like said Biv out loud before I said it.
Yeah, no, Biv is fire. He lives in like New York. Well, I don't want to say exactly, but he lives in the same state we do currently. Mm-hmm. I just wish he would like come to the city more.
It's not what he doesn't like it.
Because I've like exchanged messages where I'm like, dude, like come through, like perform. Here's like some like nominal amount of cash to cover everything. And it's just like, it always like falls through, and I'm like, damn, this dude would be fire.
He Biv lives inside of a magical castle, and he stays there all the time, and he makes magical music all the time, and he just does him.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I honestly respect it. I feel like he's, and you are the types of artists to also like be really big in places that aren't just America.
Oh, me and him talk about this all the dude. If he went to Russia,
like I could see him.
Imagine that fucking venue pack out, dude. The Russians fucking love this guy. It's crazy.
So good.
Biv, if you're watching this, I love you. Hi.
Hell yes. If I'm like in a hypothetical situation, you sign to a record label and I'm your A&R, and I'm like, unlimited budget for whatever dream feature you want in the world. What artist are you going to? And you're like, I'll give you a couple of like choices. Like, you don't have to just
Yeah. I like. I've been asked this before, not in that way. That's a really good way of putting it. But I've been asked like kind of like dream collaboration before. And I don't. The answer I usually give is just like, I just want to work with my friends more. Yeah. Really, because that's like what I like to do. And my sound is kind of like off of the dream people I want to work with. Mm-hmm. So it's funny because like I want to work with. Because when I think like dream, I think of like people like currently out of reach, so that lands me in mainstream immediately. So then I end up going like Thug, like, because that's one of my favorite artists of all time. But like, imagine me and Young Thug on a song, that'd be the stupidest fucking thing you've ever heard. God damn it, Free Sex.
Yes.
Post, I fucking love Post. I love him so much. That's another big dream one. He really
is good. He's a gem.
Insane. Oh wait,
he's a gem.
No, my answer is Bones.
Okay.
There we go.
That would be like, okay.
I don't know why I even thought about this for too long. Yeah, it's Bones.
That would make a lot of sense. That would actually be really cool.
Because it would make sense. Cool. And I genuinely think he's like maybe top 5 artists to ever be in this. Like ever. It's crazy.
He's an underground giant. You talk about a age past of like underground legends and stuff, like in the 2010s. Like, damn, like that was like a big titan.
And just like 30 billion projects of hits.
Yeah.
All of them. Also, wait, can we pause for 1 second? Yeah. Can I need one of these. The interview's paused right now because Cal is opening a beer for me. And now the interview is resuming because I have a beer.
Oh, yes. All right, no, Bones is a fire one. Bones is a fire one. Kind of going off that, what's your top? We kind of covered this, but what's your like top 2 or 3 producers? I feel like producers never get any love, so I always ask this question. But you already named Scottsker and Phony.
Yeah. Okay. Top 3. Well, okay. I mean, Scott's probably 1. For fuck's sake, the thing is that 3 is like not enough. Yeah. Because I feel like there are so fucking many.
There really is.
Obviously, shouts out to Wendigo, shouts out to Cube, shouts out to Salsa, like, and all the self-prod from the guys
Cube,
too.
Wendigo, Salsa, yes.
Yeah, they're fucking nuts. Oh, also, hold on, Corpse. Dude, his production is nuts, dude. He's so good. Yeah, Corpse dude,
is so good.
To be honest with you, pretty much everybody I've ever done a song on their beat, they're kind of all in my one spot. Because I don't ever like make a song on a beat unless I hear it and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how'd you even do this? Right. So all of those guys are just so good.
Facts.
Yeah, I'm sorry for anybody out there who wanted like a real list. It's not happening.
Someone's punching the air right now.
I know. Yeah.
All right, let's do some Reddit questions. Let's get into finally a couple of Spider Gang questions, and then we'll call it a day and finish off the 6-pack we brought.
Yes.
First Reddit question. By the way, Black was like, "Oh, did anyone ask a question?" There's been like, it posted this less than an hour ago, and there's 5, and there's like more people.
5. Let's go. Okay.
Charming Breath 4388. What is your proudest moment in music, and did you anticipate it?
My proudest moment in music. I mean, it would probably be one of the Spider Gang shows. You know, one of the big ones. Just like being up there and just like seeing the crowd and being like, what the fuck?
What's your favorite like top show of all time?
Denver.
The Denver one.
Come on.
You guys love
both
that
Denver
one.
ones.
You guys love that one.
And also there was this one venue. You know what, I'm actually okay, so I'm not going to tell you where but there was one venue that refuses to have us back because I probably won't say that either. But it was so fucking cool. Fuck it, I'll say it. I think it was Seattle.
Yeah, people love it.
It was probably Seattle.
People love that show, too.
That venue that we went to was so fucking sick, dude. And it's like a smaller venue.
Yeah,
like
someone else said that answer, but he never mentioned you guys got kicked out and they would never have you back.
We didn't get kicked out. We finished the show.
Yeah.
But then we got an email that was like, you did this, you did this, you did this, you did this.
Dude, we get those as promoters too. Yeah. That's annoying.
It's so, and we were just like, well, not we. I don't know how other people reacted to it. I can't speak for anybody else, but I when I heard about it. I was just like, dude, go fuck yourselves.
Yeah.
Did you like see any of the music that was performed? Did you really think we were going to read this email and like give a fuck that you were upset by something we said
I
or
hate
did?
emails like you'll make the bar like $20,000 and they'll be like, you broke a frame in the green room. It's like, bro, like,
bitch,
what?
I made the bar $20,000 by myself, dude. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Okay, that was a good question. Affectionate Land 79 asked a question I asked earlier. What's Black's favorite song they've released?
Yeah,
Still thinking about it.
I still can't do it. I'm sorry.
No worries. Affectionate Land, you might need to wait on that one.
Affectionate Land, DM me on Instagram. I'll hit you back.
Russia Is My City asks, will you ever put out the CD 80 proof songs on streaming platforms or as a download?
That just happened yesterday.
Okay.
No, today. Yeah, that actually just happened.
Okay, I was like looking at your Spotify just now.
That just happened, yeah.
Okay.
And that also wasn't the plan, because when we put the CDs out, we were like, nobody's ever going to have these songs unless you have the CD.
Right.
But yesterday was the 1 year anniversary of that album, and Jay was like, let's just do something cool. So out now for that person that asked.
The question was from Nolan GG. What Spider Gang member do you fuck with the most? And by the way, I don't know when exactly the camera stopped. Russia's My City asked, will you ever put out the CD 80 proof songs on streaming platforms as a download? That already happened. Affectionate Land 79 asked, what's Black's favorite song they've released?
Still
Black
no
has
answer.
refused to answer that. Said DM him. Charming Breath 4388, what is your proudest moment in music, and did you anticipate? I think we got that on camera, but he mentioned Denver and Seattle, and they destroyed the Seattle venue and forever ruined that business relationship. Which brings us to the current question from Nolan GG. What Spider Gang member do you fuck with the most?
Yeah, I think I listened to Beanie the most, probably.
Fair enough.
He's just so fucking good. I don't know. I love all the guys, but yeah, Beanie.
He's moving soon. He said that he wants to do a solo interview, which I'll definitely... That'll probably be the next interview, actually.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, iTunes replies to your post and Spider Gang says, what's up with Pinecrest?
Do you not know about Pinecrest?
No. What am I missing?
A side project.
Okay, I'm a bad interviewer. Fuck you, iTunes.
For exposing you for that.
Dude, iTunes just fucking exposed me.
Yeah, so that, yeah, I guess I don't want to say too much about it because I don't really want it linked to this project too much, because it's a completely separate thing, but somebody is here.
I think that's just a male guy.
The male guy's here.
They'll usually drop a package off at the front. This is some New York shit for all the suburban people.
Yeah.
We live in buildings with like many other people, and our packages get stolen. So a delivery guy, out of courtesy, will usually not
let you know.
Let everyone in the building know there's a package outside. But continue. Sorry. Anyway,
yeah. That's another project. I don't even really want to say side project because I'm kind of putting equal focus on both of them. It's different music. It's a different outlet for a different thing. It's gotten to the point now where the way that my life is going, I'm more affected by certain things, and I need a better way to cope with them. So, and doing all that through this current project really doesn't make the most sense. So yeah, new thing. Check it out or don't. I'm really
That's
not.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's something I need. I think that's like the best answer.
It really shows like the emotional element, I guess, in music. So actually, iTunes, sorry for saying fuck you. That was like unexpectedly poignant.
Yeah, sorry iTunes for Cal's behavior.
Okay, we'll finish off with a couple of Spider Gang questions because
right.
I know everyone wants to know about shit like this. When were you formally did you get into the collective Spider Gang, and how did that occur? And which is like the first member of Spider Gang that you kind of heard of or befriended?
So Beamy's the person I knew first before any of this was even like a thing. As far as I know, Spider Gang kind of existed, but in a different way before what it is that people like know it as today. How I got into it, I drink too much to remember that. So sorry.
That is a true story. And then the final question before we do like regular just shout outs is Spider Gang over? What does Spider Gang mean to you in 2023? In November 2023, what does Spider Gang mean to you? Is it over?
Yeah, so it's a memory. It is so fucking over. It's unreal. I can't believe that people don't know this. I keep getting... Okay, I've told this story to a bunch of friends before, and I apologize to the person on the Reddit that might see this, but somebody replied to my Instagram DM, or not DM, sorry, the little question boxes you put up, and they said, "Is Spider Gang actually over?" Like, because when it was after we put the album out, and I replied and I said, "It is literally the album title." And then they screenshotted that and put that on Reddit and said, "Now I'm even more confused." How the fuck are you confused? It's over. It is over. It's over. It's over.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably the last time I'll ask a Spider Gang homie that question, because it's become obvious over time that
anybody who doesn't know at this point, whatever.
Or even if it's not like quote unquote over, it's not in its version it previously was in any way.
But it is quote unquote over.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist.
But people still use the page.
Yeah.
So I do kind of like, I see where the fans are coming from, and people like still obviously all fuck with each other.
Yeah, of course.
So
yeah.
it's
like, all right. I'll give in a little bit. It's over as it was.
Yes.
We are not going to make another album. We're not doing a tour, none of that shit. But individually, we're still going to make songs together. It's not like it ended because of some fucking, like, problem, Yeah. It was just time. So, we still fuck with each other, make music. People who work well with each other are going to keep doing that. That's it.
All right, man. This is it. This is really it. But what can fans look forward to? We got a visual. Let's talk about that. Visual looks incredible.
Oh, the new one? Oh, yeah. I didn't think you'd even... I posted that right before I came here, so...
But you hinted at it, like...
Yeah, that's true, yeah. Yeah.
You've had, like, multiple visual. I feel like over the past couple of years, like, you had the epic one that was, like, in Chinatown.
Yeah. So
I think, like, Troy shot it.
Yeah, that's the one I did with Troy.
That one was awesome.
Shouts out to Troy. That's a really cool video. It was fun working on it with him. And doing that video made me realize how much I fucking respect like editors.
Yeah.
Because I was sitting in his room with him while he was working on that, and I mean, with the volume on, because he needs it for like audio cues for visual stuff. He's going back and running the same 2 seconds 100 times. Like, manually adding an effect.
So crazy.
I lost my fucking mind. I never want to hear Anthem ever again. So, Jesus Christ, if you edit videos and you're good at it, shouts out to you. I could never do that. And then everything else I did with Newt.
Yeah.
Who's a fucking blessing in my life and just like a really cool person.
He is cool. I've met him.
He recently came over, and there's this game called Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. It's like a bomb defusal game. And we just got a fuck ton of beer and just drank and diffused bombs like for hours.
Hell yes. Hell yes.
Yeah, he's insanely talented, and he helps me just like, put shit together that I didn't think I'd ever be able to do. So.
No, he's fire. New visual, new music. Tap into Black on Instagram, dude. Tap into Pinecrest. Tap into it all. Any final shout outs, dude? Anything. Open mic. This is how I end every single one of my interviews. Anything you want to say. Could be out of pocket. Could just be a shout out. Could be a free the guys. Just anything.
All right. Free Young Thug. Shout out to Biv. Shout out to Jay. Shout out to everybody that I've worked with in Spider Gang. Shout out to my dad. I'm forgetting a million people, but you know who you are. So, wait, hold on. Sorry.
No, it's open mic. Go for it.
Shout out to Matt. Shout out to Jack. Okay.
Hell yeah.
I think that might be it.
Free all the guys here. Free all the rappers. Free Zave, Guap Kid. This is Good Hits. Salute. Over and out with Black here in Greenpoint, Brooklyn to the world.
Arrest every rapper.
If she ever wants to see me, she can come to my show. Y'all got me, yeah. I spent a couple weeks off it, yeah. Is your boyfriend a bitch? I promise he not shit. I'ma be fine, better check it on him, yeah. Fuck my ex, give him my best. As soon as I get money, bet you probably upset. I give him all 4 years for a cigarette.